Here's the simple surprise. Not all fast food breakfast eggs are the same, and yeah, it changes everything. A fresh cracked egg eats clean and tender, while a pre-cooked folded patty can go rubbery fast. That gap decides whether your sandwich holds together on the drive or collapses into mush. I've coordinated long mornings in emergency ops centers, and little stuff like heat, hold time, and moisture makes or breaks a plan. Food is no different. Today I'm ranking popular breakfast sandwiches from worst to best with one calm rule set. Prioritize verifiable prep methods, then judge structure, balance, and value. For example, McDonald's confirms the Egg McMuffin uses a freshly cracked grade A egg cooked in a ring. That's a strong benchmark. Reporting also notes many sausage and bacon pieces arrive pre-cooked and frozen, so the egg and bread have to carry texture and flavor, which honestly feels fair. If a clear, steady guide helps you choose faster, that's what we do here at PrepWise. So subscribe if you want more practical breakdowns. I'll keep this fair, explain each move, and flag limits where the data's thin. Ready to see which common favorite actually earns your morning money? Here's the method, step by step. 1. Use confirmed prep details first. The Egg McMuffin's fresh cracked egg is verified by the brand, while their other breakfast builds often use folded or pre-made egg products per reputable reporting. That's why they start lower on egg quality for me. 2. Evaluate bread integrity under typical carry time, because the road is part of the test. English muffins vent steam better than many croissants, and some biscuits. You can feel it. 3. Consider documented bakery practice. Hardee's publicly states it bakes biscuits from scratch in-store in frequent batches, which gives them a texture edge over chains that rely on frozen dough. That edge shows up fast. 4. Account for common meat handling. Industry practice shows many bacon strips and sausage patties are delivered pre-cooked and heated on site, so I don't award extra points for meat unless it clearly improves balance. No freebies. 5. Value. I use clear markers like portion feel and known calorie references such as the Egg McMuffin at about 310 calories to gauge balance rather than chasing the largest bite. I'm not chasing bigness. I also note regional variation and holding differences since franchise practices can shift results. Real life is messy. With that frame set, do you want a ranking that favors real egg texture and bread that stays intact over a longer commute? Worst goes to a biscuit build that starts with frozen dough and pairs it with a pre-made folded egg because it turns dense and steamy in minutes, and this gives you salt without lift. That's rough. Reporting lists Wendy's among chains using frozen biscuit dough, and that tracks with what I see in the wrapper after a short hold. No shots, just a pattern. Next are the McDonald's sandwiches that do not use the fresh cracked round egg, like their folded egg or biscuit variants, because the egg texture is flatter and the muffin swap to biscuit adds moisture load that the bread doesn't vent as cleanly. It just bogs down. Bacon here is often pre-cooked, so it adds salt and aroma, but not much juiciness. Good smell, not much help. Croissant builds with folded eggs also sit low for sogginess and grease migration. Though a quick, immediate bite can hide that for a moment, blink and you miss it. None of these are unsafe or even awful. They're just unreliable when you need 10 minutes of travel. And that's the test that matters. I want a sandwich to act like a good toolkit, compact, strong, and predictable under stress. If your drive is very short and you eat immediately, could these lower picks still work for you once in a while? Now for the standouts. Hardee's biscuit sandwiches earn a high spot because the biscuits are made from scratch in-store in frequent batches, which gives you flaky layers, better structure, and cleaner steam release. Even when meats are the usual pre-cooked type, you can feel that in the hand and the last bite. Tim Hortons also moves up because the chain committed to real cracked whole eggs across its breakfast sandwiches, which improves texture and flavor and narrows the gap with home-style eggs. That's a big swing. The best overall is the McDonald's Egg McMuffin. No drama, just the benchmark. The fresh cracked grade A egg cooked in a ring sets the texture baseline. Soft but structured. The English muffin toasts dry, vents steam, and keeps its bite after a normal commute. That's the quiet hero. Canadian bacon adds savor without flooding fat, and the cheese binds without drenching. Balanced, not sloppy. The calorie mark at about 310 is balanced for size, which matters when you want steady energy without a mid-morning crash. You feel even, not sleepy. Meats across brands are commonly pre-cooked, so the items that win do it with egg quality and bread engineering, not with brute force. Smart beats heavy. If you need one dependable order in any town, would you pick the fresh, cracked muffin build first? Here's your simple playbook. If the menu says fresh cracked egg, that's a green light. Instant upgrade. If it uses a folded or pre-made egg patty, expect flatter flavor and tougher chew. Manage expectations. If the shop bakes biscuits from scratch on site, that biscuit can ride longer without turning heavy and wet. That extra air counts. If the biscuit comes from frozen dough, move carefully, especially if you have 10 minutes of travel. Time exposes it fast. English muffins usually handle steam best. Boring, but clutch. Croissants can taste buttery, but get oily and limp fast. Great first bite, messy third. Balance beats bigness. I know, not flashy. A steady egg and dry toasted bread will outlast extra meat that doesn't add moisture. Form over flex. My final rank today is worst. Frozen dough biscuit with folded egg, then other folded egg builds, then croissant stacks, then scratch-baked biscuit sandwiches, and best, the fresh cracked Egg McMuffin. Clean, simple stack. If this clear practical breakdown helps you under pressure, subscribe to PrepWise for more calm, data-backed picks you can use the same day. That's our lane. Thank you for watching and sticking with a careful process. For your next move, try the top pick on a busy morning and the runner-up on a weekend. Then tell me which held up better in your real life, because what matters more than a chart is what actually works when the clock is not on your side.